Hey, welcome back to Holistic Moms. I'm your host, Shan. I'm super excited to be in your ears right now. And I'm excited about what I'm going to share today because I'm super passionate about it. And I think you know that. So we all want a quick fix, right? To most things in life, we want them to go away. We want to fix it. We want to figure it out. And this includes our feelings. But we have this problem because we feel anxiety a lot. We feel stress a lot, and there doesn't seem to be a quick fix. Or is there? Today, I'm going to share with you 8 quick fixes that actually can help that exact anxious feeling in that exact moment and how you can fight it and do something about it. Are you ready? Get ready to take some notes. Let's go.
Mama, you didn't know you could yell at your precious 2-year-old. You feel so guilty and like you're doing the worst job at mothering. You feel like you're failing and you're failing your kids and yourself and your spouse, and you just aren't a good enough mom. You also feel that if you just had a little more time, a little more patience, a little more energy, and a lot more sleep, you would be better. I know this because this was me not that long ago. I felt I should be a better mom because my kids only get one. It's me. But there was so much pressure from the culture around me to do better, to be better, and in myself. And this pressure kept building to the point where I almost snapped. I need you to hear me that these are lies the enemy wants you to believe. But until you pull up the roots of these lies, they will continue to be what you operate under, and you will continue to feel this way. I want you to live and walk and mother in God's truth. Surviving by treading water and being exhausted all the time isn't how motherhood is supposed to be. The gift of a child or children is your time to thrive and shine. If you are saying yes and amen to that, won't you join me in this life-changing step? I want you to go right now to theshanwright.com. THESHANWRIGHT.com. We are going to do this together. I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to overcome these lies, dig up roots, and plant beautiful flowers of truth that have strong roots. You are going to blossom into a beautiful, vibrant mother. You ready? Let's go.
Hey mama, are you stressed by the lack of time in the day to do all the things? Are you feeling disconnected from God, your husband, and even your kids because patience and presence seem out of reach? Do you want a healthier body, mind, spirit, and home, but overwhelmed in where to start? Hey, I'm Shan Wright, daughter of the King, wife, mom to 4, RN, wellness coach, and I know very well what it feels like to want to live well, but about to lose it with my very blessed full life. After realizing I can't pour from an empty cup, I tracked my way to whole body wellness and so much peace. If you are ready to cancel the stressed out life, learn tactical, intentional strategies as a mom wearing many hats, find more peace, confidence, and joy raising kingdom kids, then listen in. Come on, mama, together we got this. Really, God's got this. So go heat up that coffee again and turn your listening ears on. Let's chat. It's one of my favorite podcasts, and it's an oldie. She's been around since the beginning of podcast world, but it's a good one. Because you're a podcast listener, I feel like you need to know this one. It's an amazing recommendation. It's Revelation Wellness with Elisa Keaton, and I love to listen to her podcast when I am out for a walk or a run alone. So she just speaks right to my heart. She takes a very holistic approach to wellness. It is a fitness podcast, but she talks body, mind, and spirit, and of course, a whole lot of Jesus. So she says the quickest way to defeat anxiety is to move your body. Yes, the quickest way is to move your body. There's a lot of things that we can do, a lot of different therapies, a lot of different strategies and methods, but the quickest way is to move your body. She references one of our favorite verses and one I talked about more in depth in episode 97. So go back and take a listen because that is also one of my favorite episodes. So we're just going to go back through that verse again because we are anxious people. And Paul says in Philippians 4, 6 through 7, do not be anxious, but in everything, with prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. He says, do not be anxious. So there is a difference between feeling and being. Being is defined as to have an identity with, to have an objective existence of reality, actuality, to think, therefore I am, to maintain, occupy a place, a situation, a position, like be in a state of being. You are in that state, okay? So we don't want those things. We don't want to be that about anxiety. We don't want to claim it as our identity and say, this is something that I am, and this is it. I am this. I have anxiety. That is claiming it as your identity. But we do have anxious feelings. That is true. That is the reality. We have these feelings. So Paul says, just don't be it. But when you feel it, do this. I love the Amplified Version because it says a lot of things in parentheses that bring it more clarity for me. And so verse 6 says, do not be anxious or worried about anything, but in everything, every circumstance and situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, continue to make your specific request known to God. And the peace of God, that peace which reassures your heart, that peace which transcends all understanding, that peace which stands guard over your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus is yours. Doesn't that feel just so good? Like knowing if we do that, that peace is ours. It feels so good. So don't take that verse as, gosh, I'm not supposed to feel anxiety. Yes, you can feel it. You will feel it. We do have stress in our lives, but just don't be it. Just don't claim it as yours, something that you are. We can always move forward in courage, face the fear of anxiety and move forward in it and overcome it. That is always ours. It says that peace is yours. Okay, friend? Again, what are feelings? They are messengers. They are messages. So it's your message. This feeling of anxiety is your message telling your body you have to act. You have to do something right now. And again, the quickest way to fight and do something is to move. Okay, so today I want to put some tools in your toolbox, things that you know you can do in the moment. They're quick to fight the anxiety in the different situations, those exact scenarios that you might be fighting. We don't just feel anxiety when we're standing on a cliff, but you know that we feel it all throughout the day, many different times, many different scenarios. And it doesn't have to make sense when it happens. It's just taking the message and actually doing something about it, recognizing it. So I'm going to go through some scenarios where I have had anxiety, and you probably do as well, and ways you can move your body in the moment, taking into consideration the space, the place, who you're with, and then you can put them in your toolbox and know when the feeling comes, don't be anxious, but present your request to God and do something. Okay, you ready? Here we go. We're going to do 8. You might want to jot them down. Okay, number 1 is financial anxiety. You know, that feeling that comes up when you are about to look at the budget, when you're going to have a conversation with your husband about a large purchase, when you have this dream that you want to pursue, but it costs a large amount of money and you don't want to have that conversation and you feel it coming up. You haven't even talked about it yet. You need something quick. You need something fast, okay? Breath prayer. Breath prayer. It's out loud. It's moving your lips. It's moving your body. Let me give you an exact scenario. So my husband says, let's go over the budget on Saturday afternoon. So I know that it's coming, right? And I'm feeling the anxiety start to rise, just seeing Saturday is approaching and Saturday's here and all the kids are busy and it's time to sit down at the table and go over the budget. And I've prayed about it. I had some time with God early in the morning, but in that moment, what do? I breathe and I pray again and I say, Lord, I need you. Help me, Lord. I remind myself, my mind, my thoughts that the Lord has abundance and prosperity for me, no matter what the budget says, right? No matter what the financial story is, I know that's the truth. And so I breathe that prayer out loud. And you can also do a standing exercise, like raise your arms up and down or, throw some air punches. Do something to move your body in the moment while speaking out loud and praying that breath prayer, breathing in and out real good. That is moving everything throughout your body. It's getting your nervous system to move. So that counts. We have to be mindful. We're not just breathing haphazardly. I have a whole episode on this. Go to episode 101 to hear more about breath prayer. Okay, so example number 2 is social anxiety. You feel the anxiety rise when you're going into social situations. Say you're going out for girls' night and you're so excited, but for whatever reason, whoever's going to be there, you're just feeling a little anxiety about it. And you notice the feeling. It doesn't make sense. It might not make sense to your brain, but you have to recognize this is a feeling. I don't necessarily know what it means or know all the reasons why I'm anxious, but I know that I'm feeling this right now. Let me go for a jog. Let me plan a jog throughout my day before I go out at night. It can be a quick 10-minute jog. You have time for 10 minutes to calm your anxiety and then go out and you will feel so much better. Or maybe you get anxious about going into the gym and you have a gym workout class that you love and it's doing so many good things for your body, but you feel that anxiety as you pull into the parking lot. How about pull in and park in the very back and take your slow walk up to the gym class and just the whole time deep breathe and feel your anxiety lower as you get into the class. Maybe you have social anxiety about like speaking on stage or doing presentations, or you are just in like a leadership group and you're speaking on a small stage. It doesn't matter. Do some push-ups before you go out there. Get hyped up, move your body, do some boxing stances, like do something to get yourself energized. At the same time, you're lowering your anxiety. Okay, number 3, physical anxiety. Okay, we all have it. We might feel physical anxiety as far as heart racing, upset stomach, sweating. You don't feel well. And maybe you're having a hard time. Well, how can I move my body in this situation to calm everything down? First, deep breathe. Again, that episode 101, you're going to want to definitely listen to that episode. Second thing I would say is worship with singing. And then as you start to calm down, so you put a worship song on, as you start to believe and declare those words and sing out loud, feel everything calm down and quick. You're, fighting back the anxiety in a quick way. Then you can start worshiping with full body, dancing even, and that will help even more. Okay, another one is menstrual anxiety. Yeah. We're all women here mostly. I don't know if I have any male listeners, but menstrual anxiety is a real thing and something that you can do a lot during that week before when you're starting to feel really anxious is Do stuff for your body that's going to help your hormones as well as calm your mind. That would include things like Pilates, stretching, just doing slow walks. That would just be mindful movement, but you're actually moving. You're not just sitting up, curled up in a ball, laying in bed and sitting on the couch with your pan of brownies and saying, I have my period this week, or I know my period's coming in a few days. No, move your body. It will be so much better for you, your mind, your everything about your body. Maybe you have, this is a little risque one as well, but again, we're all women, but maybe you have sexual anxiety, which I have experienced myself. And this is something that you're going to want to have in your toolbox where you know the night is approaching, or it doesn't have to be night, but you know something's going to come up and you're like, why am I feeling this way? Again, don't question the feelings and push them down or avoid them, but actually move your body to help them. And so something you can do very easily in the moment is a exercise in place, like jog in place, squat, push-ups, abs. I'm thinking you're in the bathroom or in the bedroom, or you're in a place where you know it's coming shortly in time frame and you don't have time to go, run outside or run the stairs, or you don't have a lot of time. This is something you can do quick, but actually gets the job done. It is a quick fix. Try it. Okay, and the next one would be parental anxiety. I'm talking anything that has to do with kids, which this is you, mama. This is for you, all of you. So this could be pregnancy anxiety, postpartum, as they grow, anything related to the children. I recommend making walking part of your family activity. So this could be if you're pregnant or postpartum, walking with the stroller, like making that a daily part of your routine while they get a little bit older and they can bike and you're walking next to them. Or you guys are all going on a bike ride, a family bike ride. That's one of my favorite things. Or walk alone, or walk as a family at night. Just do some movement together. Those are all things, no matter their ages, that you can have a family walk or a family bike ride and incorporate the different modes of transportation for the children as they grow. Another thing that you can do, say you're inside and you're just having a lot of parental anxiety, no matter what the scenario, no matter their age, but you're indoors, maybe it's raining out, freezing. What should you do in that moment? Don't question it. Don't avoid it. Don't lash out because you feel this and you get irritated. I mean, that happens. Mom rage, it happens. Notice it, recognize it, and then say, hey kids, let's play a game of tag. Have you ever heard a kid deny a game or a game of tag running around? Now, it can be, maybe you don't have a ton of space. So it can be duck, duck, goose, literally just sit in a circle. It could be, oh, you know what's really fun? This is also moving your body and it's in one place, is helicopter. That, where you lay on your back and you put your legs in the air and you put the kid up like a helicopter on your legs. So, that will calm everyone's anxiety and get everyone in a great mood, laughing. That would be amazing. So think of something to lighten the mood, to get everyone laughing, having fun, and moving their bodies. That will calm all the parental anxiety. Okay, the next one is just exhaustion, like emotional stress and fatigue and anxiety. So again, go for a walk, but this time with a friend. Take a friend along and just have conversation for your soul. You're going to increase your oxytocin. You're going to increase a hormone that's so important that calms down your stress hormone of cortisol. So really recommend, if you're feeling this emotional anxiety that just doesn't seem to go away, doesn't have to be from an exact thing, go for a walk with a friend. Just call someone up, schedule it out, whatever you got to do to get it done. And then the last one that I have is just that mental anxiety, that decision fatigue. So I would say for this to journal. Yes, moving your hands works too. You're still moving part of your body. So I would say journaling is the best thing you can do, because I've talked before about brain dumping and unburdening your journal unburdening prayer, which is journaling activity, and you do that just by dumping everything out of your brain. This will get rid of all the decision fatigue, and then you ask God how to make the decisions. And if you do really, really want to walk while you do this, it's really cool. You could talk into your phone, like on the note section of your phone, and you could be journaling in a voice memo to yourself, like voice journaling. Isn't that amazing? And you're walking at the same time, moving your body. Believe me, that I do that a lot when I'm like creating podcast episodes or certain things that I'm writing down or I want to say. I walk and then I put it in the note section of my phone while speaking to myself. It's amazing. You can also call yourself, leave yourself a voicemail, any of it. Just get it done, get it out. That's what you need to do when you're having that mental anxiety of there's so much in my brain and it's making me feel a little crazy. Okay, for any of these, so I just gave you 8. For any of it, move your mouth. Yes, again, moving your mouth counts as moving your body. And this is taking your belief cards into action. Again, we love to talk about belief cards here and reprogramming your brain and rewiring your brain. So what you want to do is notice the lie that you're hearing, the false story that you're hearing, recognize it, change your thoughts, replace it with the truth. And the truth is there because you've been burying the truth in your heart. You've been saying your belief cards out loud. And it's there. So move it, speak with your mouth out loud, the truth out loud. And yes, if others hear you, depending on your time and place and space, that's okay. That's actually more than okay. So declare the truth and your gratitude out loud to replace a quick fix to fight that anxiety. Get it? All right, friend, I hope this was so encouraging for you today. You took these down, you put them in your toolbox for the next time you're feeling this way. You can pull it all out. Believe me, I do these, but the thing is you can't just know these, but you have to do them or they're not going to work. So I would love for you to come into the Facebook group, bit.ly/holistic hacks and share with us in the Facebook group the one that you used. So put them in your toolbox. Next time something comes up, pull it out, do it, and then come in the Facebook group and tell us all about it because that is not only encouraging to you, it's encouraging to everyone in the group. When we take courage, it is encouraging. So take courage, friend, and may the God of peace be with you. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Wellness Warrior. I pray that blessed you. And if so, it would bless me big if you would write a 5-star review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Not only would this make me super happy, but it will allow for others to find this show too. Also, I love to chat over on Instagram, so make sure to take a screenshot, share to your Instagram stories, and tag me at the Shan Wright so I can see it and we can keep chatting and bring other moms to chat with us. Until we get to chat again, mama friend, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace.